Teachings, virtues and values from Christianwaldrip. Waldrip. Treat others the way you want to be treated. People will say a lot when you have a comfy chair and the ideal bed with solitude. Make up vanity. Your life in order and things covered. Living your best life. Perhaps because your life in stability, abundance, true joy and happiness, and free from naysayers, and a little money coming in from somewhere or allowance. But this is where you feel like a queen and manifestation thrives. Everyone should maybe go to therapy and training, but most importantly should work on their own behavior and start a life of self-improvement and personal growth. 2. Everyone should be on minimal meds or none. Don't worry about what others are doing. Worry about yourself first. Seek first to understand than to be understood. Don't tell people what to do, do not boss them around, or talk about what they're doing. Stay silent, listen. Seek universal truth. Everyone deserves to be treated right. Everyone deserves true joy and happiness in their life. And abundance. Food, water, shelter. Having more. Control over where, when, choice environment. Freedom from negativity and naysayers. Solitude, the ideal bed. A tantric space. A desk. Doing what they love, example meditation, example creative, fulfilling, work. Find out what you love doing in life and do it. Have a routine, smart healthy diet, exercise, and 8.5 to 12 hours of sleep. Freedom and flexibility. You do you. Needs met. Control and power over where, when, choice environment. Control and power over their own life, personal freedom. Independence and freedom. Freedom from negativity and negative people. Having healthy relationships, with clear boundaries. Boundaries that don't affect what the other is doing, or them living their best life. Comfort. Logic. Wisdom. Frugal luxury. Freedom and flexibility. Independence. Courage. Love, respect, strength. Honesty. Compassion and kindness. Laughter. Loyalty. Generosity and charity. Nobility. The all-seeing eye of providence. In God we trust. Even in all luck, magic and manifestation. World peace and United Nations. Peace and meditation. Clear your mind. Stop thinking so much. Silence, void. Peace is commonly defined as a state of tranquility, harmony, and the absence of conflict or disturbance, whether in a personal, social, or political context. Understanding peace. In a personal context, peace refers to inner calm and emotional stability. It is the state in which an individual experiences freedom from stress, anxiety, or mental disturbance, often associated with feelings of contentment and well-being. In a social or political context, peace denotes the absence of war, violence, or conflict between individuals, groups, or nations. It involves coexistence, mutual respect, and cooperation where disputes are resolved through non-violent means. For example, peaceful societies maintain justice, equality, and security, ensuring that citizens live without fear of harm. Philosophical and ethical perspectives often extend the definition of peace beyond mere absence of conflict. It encompasses positive peace, which includes the presence of conditions that foster human development, such as fairness, access to resources, and harmonious relationships. This contrasts with negative peace, which is merely the absence of overt violence or war. Peace can also be contextualized spiritually, where many traditions see it as alignment with moral or divine principles, inner fulfillment, or detachment from desires that disturb the mind. Practices like meditation, forgiveness, and mindfulness are linked with achieving inner peace. In summary, peace is multifaceted, encompassing inner calm, societal harmony, and broader conditions of justice and fairness. It is simultaneously a personal state, a social goal, and a philosophical ideal, and it forms the foundation for human well-being and sustainable coexistence. Inclusivity, love and tolerance. Inclusivity involves actively welcoming and valuing all individuals. Love entails willing the good of others while balancing tolerance and discernment. Tolerance is the willingness to accept differences without necessarily embracing them. Inclusivity. Inclusivity is the proactive effort to include and involve all individuals, ensuring they are welcomed, valued, and seen regardless of their differences in background, identity, or abilities. It goes beyond merely allowing people to exist in a space. It actively fosters belonging, equity, and participation. Inclusive behaviors involve empathy, understanding different perspectives, and removing barriers that might exclude marginalized individuals. In relationships, inclusive love is characterized by mutual respect, equality, effective communication, and embracing diversity as a strength, leading to enriched emotional connections and equitable partnerships. Tolerance. Tolerance refers to the willingness to accept or endure differences, even if one does not fully agree with or engage with them. Unlike inclusivity, tolerance is more passive, focusing on coexistence without necessarily creating active support or belonging. Tolerance is important as a baseline for social cohesion, preventing outright discrimination, but it may not lead to genuine understanding or equity. In practice, tolerance allows for diverse perspectives and behaviors, but without deep engagement, it risks remaining superficial. Love and its relationship to inclusivity and tolerance. Love, particularly in ethical or spiritual contexts, is a more fundamental value that informs both tolerance and inclusivity. To love someone is to will their good, which may involve being inclusive and tolerant, recognizing their intrinsic dignity and respecting differences. However, love may also involve exclusion or intolerance when certain behaviors are harmful or incompatible with a core ethical framework, as in examples of tough love where boundaries preserve the well-being of others. True love is thus both inclusive and discerning, promoting engagement, care, and respect while upholding principles that protect overall integrity. Interconnection of concepts. Tolerance is often the first step. It acknowledges differences and refrains from judgment. Inclusivity builds upon tolerance, creating a sense of belonging and actively inviting participation in communities. Love frames these concepts within ethical and relational goals, guiding when to embrace and when to set boundaries for the benefit of individuals and society. In summary, tolerance, inclusivity, and love are interlinked yet distinct. Tolerance permits coexistence, inclusivity fosters active participation and belonging, and love ensures that any acceptance or inclusion is guided by care, empathy, and ethical consideration. These principles are essential both in broader social environments and in personal relationships, emphasizing respect, dignity, and mutual flourishing. Virtue. 01 Manners. The term manners refers to polite ways of treating others and behaving in public. It encompasses the customs and social conduct expected in a particular society or period. For example, one might say, she has a very forceful manner of speaking, indicating a distinctive way of expressing oneself. 02 Morals. 1 AM lesson that can be derived from a story or experience. The moral of this story was that one must see the beauty in what one has. 2. Morals. Standards of behavior, principles of right and wrong. The corruption of public morals. They believe addicts have no morals and cannot be trusted. 03 Respect. 1. First nature. 2. The term respect refers to a strong feeling of approval or admiration for someone's character, achievements, or qualities. It can also imply a state of being regarded with honor or esteem. In a broader sense, it encompasses the consideration or appreciation one has for something or someone, often due to its importance or authority. For example, one might show respect for a leader, a law, or a person's work. 3 AM feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. The director had a lot of respect for Douglas as an actor. 4 The state of being admired or respected. His first chance in over 15 years to regain respect in the business. 5. Respects. A person's polite greetings. Give my respects to their excellencies. Informal. Used to express the speaker's approval of someone or something. Respect to Hill for a truly non-superficial piece on the techno scene. 6. Due regard for the feelings, wishes, or rights of others. Young people's lack of respect for their parents. 7 AM particular aspect, point, or detail. The findings in this respect have been mixed. 04 Character. A person's character refers to the distinctive qualities and traits that define an individual. It encompasses their mental and moral dispositions, which are shaped by their experiences and interactions with the environment. Character traits can include dispositions, temperament, and moral strength, influencing how individuals are perceived and valued in social contexts. 05 Common sense. Sound and prudent judgment. Common sense refers to sound and prudent judgment based on a simple perception of the situation or facts. It is often considered the basic level of practical knowledge and judgment that we all need to help us live in a practical way and make sensible decisions. 1 Good sense and sound judgment in practical matters. A common sense approach. Use your common sense. 06 Trust. Trust. TRST. Noun. Verb. Trust, noun. Trusts, plural noun. Firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. Relations have to be built on trust. They have been able to win the trust of the others. 07 Patience. 1 The capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. You can find bargains if you have the patience to sift through the rubbish. I have run out of patience with her. 2 Perseverance and grit. Persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. His perseverance with the technique illustrates his single-mindedness. Medicine is a field which requires dedication and perseverance. 3 Philosophy. Stoicism. Zen. Peace. True joy and happiness. 08 Class. 1 AM set or category of things having some property or attribute in common and differentiated from others by kind, type, or quality. It has good accommodation for a hotel of this class. A new class of heart drug. 2 Biology. A principal taxonomic grouping that ranks above order and below phylum or division, such as Mammalia or Insecta. British English. 3 a.m. division of candidates according to merit in a university examination. He received a third class in literary humania res. 4 a.m. system of ordering society whereby people are divided into sets based on perceived social or economic status. People who are socially disenfranchised by class, the class system. 5 a.m. social division based on social or economic status. The ruling class. Archaic. The classes. The rich or educated. Informal. Impressive stylishness in appearance or behavior. She's got class, she looks like a princess. 6 a.m. group of students or pupils who are taught together. Selected pupils act as representatives for the whole class. 7 an occasion when pupils meet with their teacher for instruction, a lesson. I was late for a class. 8 a.m. course of instruction. I took classes in Indian music. 9 North American English. All of the college or school students of a particular year. The class of 1999. High class. Superior quality or status. The term high class refers to something that is of superior quality or status. It can describe items, services, or people that are considered of very good quality or associated with high social rank. For example, a high-class jeweler or a high-class lifestyle. High class, adjective. Of a high standard, quality, or social class. A high-class hotel. 09 integrity. 1 doing the right thing even when no one is watching. 2 the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. A gentleman of complete integrity. 3 the state of being whole and undivided. Upholding territorial integrity and national sovereignty. 4 the condition of being unified or sound in construction. The structural integrity of the novel. 10 love. The term love refers to a strong feeling of affection and concern for another person, often accompanied by sexual attraction. It can also denote a benevolent concern for the well-being of others and is considered both a positive and negative emotion. Love can manifest in various forms, such as familial love, romantic love, and self-love, and is a central theme in many cultural and artistic expressions. 1 an intense feeling of deep affection. Babies fill parents with feelings of love, their love for their country. 2 a.m. feeling of deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. They were both in love with her, we were slowly falling in love, it was love at first sight, love songs. 3 affectionate greetings conveyed to someone on one's behalf. Give her my love. 4 a.m. formula for ending an affectionate letter. Take care, lots of love, Judy. A personified figure of love, often represented as Cupid. A great interest and pleasure in something. His love for football, we share a love of music. 5 a.m. person or thing that one loves. She was the love of his life. British English. Informal. A friendly form of address. It's all right, love. Informal. A love. Used in affectionate requests. Don't fret, there's a love. In tennis, squash, and some other sports, a score of 0-0. Love 15. Romance and crazy love. Crazy love refers to the intense and irrational feelings that often accompany romantic relationships, particularly at the beginning. It can manifest as a loss of touch with reality, where individuals may become overly emotional, obsessive, or even irrational in their behavior towards their partner. This phenomenon is often associated with feelings of limerence, where love can create a state of euphoria and anxiety, leading to heightened emotions and a sense of being crazy in love.